Hi there, this is Julius, the real estate guy. This is a continuation vlog from one we did a few weeks ago. The vlog was about renting a home versus home ownership. I'm just going to touch on a couple of the key points when, why renting can be a good situation for some people. One of the key reasons is flexibility. It allows you to move to different areas and find different communities that you may want to live in. So that's a bonus. Another reason why renting may be a good idea is due to your career and trying to find the right job for you. And sometimes you have to move to different cities. So being able to move around on short notice is another good reason why renting may be a good idea at this time. Also, sometimes renting is a good idea due to your income situation. Maybe right now is not the right time for you to purchase a home or be a homeowner, and renting can allow you to save money and prepare yourself to put a down payment on a new home that you're thinking of purchasing. So that might be another key reason why renting right now is a good idea for you. Another reason why renting may be a good idea for you is due to bad credit. Speaking to someone with some experience from that, I'm kind of working on my credit also at this time. I am currently renting, but in the near future, I look to be a homeowner again. But sometimes that's another reason why you may be renting a home currently due to your credit situation. Maybe you're trying to establish your credit again. Maybe you're trying to lower the debt, maybe lower your credit card so you can qualify for a loan or pay off some of the debt you already have to qualify for a mortgage. So that's another key reason why sometimes we're renting, or being a renter currently is a good idea. Some of the benefits of being a renter also can be you don't have to deal with the maintenance issues with your home when something breaks down. Say for instance your water heater, you don't have to pay for it. All you have to do is give the landlord a call and have them fix it, or call somebody to come out and fix it, and they have to deal with that bill. Or maybe something breaks, water pipes break, which can be really costly, or your sewers backing up, that can be really costly. I know for me, a perfect example recently is our sewer or our pipes. For whatever reasons, what happened was we had roots in our sewer pipes on the exterior, and it was slowing the drainage down from the washer, dishwasher, from the showers and different things like that. And we were having a problem with backing up. Well, the great thing was the landlord had to pay for it, and that repair itself was probably about $1,200 to $1,300 when the person had to come out and figure out what was going on. They had to stick a camera in the pipes, the sewer pipes, to see what was actually going on, and they actually had to do some work to fix it, which I think cost the landlord between $1,200 and $1,300. So as a renter, you don't really have to worry about that bill, and that can be nice sometimes also. Another great benefit of being a home renter is maybe your utilities might be taken care of, your garbage or your gas bills or your electric bills or smart bills might be included in your rent. Or maybe say your landscaping. I know my rent, the yard service is included, so that's a nice benefit. Obviously you're paying for it in the rent, but at the same time you have a maintenance yard service that takes care of the yard and makes it look good and pick up the leaves, especially right now during the fall. It's that time of year when the leaves are falling from the trees, and I don't really have to deal with it, and that's pretty nice. So we just talked about the benefits of being a renter. One of the downsides to being a renter is you are paying your landlord's mortgage on the home basically. So say if you're paying anywhere from $1,000 to $1,800 for the rent, well, that's going to pay off the mortgage for your landlord. And really, you're really not getting no value out of your $1,200 to $1,800 a month compared to if you was a homeowner, where you possibly would be getting some equity or some appreciation out of the home that you own. So that is one downside to being a renter, that you're really not getting any value out of the rent you're paying every month. But the value could be it affords you the opportunity to live in a good neighborhood area where the schools are really good, where there's a low crime rate. So sometimes when the real estate market is on the upside and homes can be pretty pricey to purchase at the time, sometimes you can find a nice home in a nice area where you can afford it, and that can be a benefit of being a home renter. For me, that's been a really nice benefit due to I can send my kids to the best schools in the area. You know, we live in a really safe neighborhood, and the community's really great. The neighborhood's really great. We have a really great neighborhood watch program here, and it makes living in this area really nice. Probably, if I had to buy a home currently, I probably would not be able to buy a home in this particular area. But, you know, we were very fortunate to find something that we could rent for a fair price and also enjoy the amenities of living in a good community. So that's something you might want to think about. Now that we finished talking about reasons most people rent, we're going to talk a little bit about home ownership. One of the beauties of home ownership is that the money you pay for your rent is going to be put into your mortgage. So that's one of the first things why home ownership is a pretty good deal from an investment standpoint. Buying a home in order to build equity is why most homeowners end up jumping into the market and purchasing a home currently today. Back in 2008, that was one of the major reasons most people went out and bought a home, due to the equity and the appreciation you could get when you purchased a home. Now, you know, it's a different story. People probably look at it a little bit different due to the 2008 financial crisis, when a lot of people lost their homes. So that's something to look at considering where the market is today. So the one key thing is we have to really be realistic about the type of equity and the type of appreciation you're going to get in your home today. It probably won't be like the times between probably 2004 to 2008 where the market kept going up. But if you really think about it, since 2008 the prices have gone down, so there are opportunities to find homes for a decent price. And that's one of the key things also, is when you're looking for a home, you want to make sure you're not buying at the peak of the market, or you know, you're trying to position yourself where maybe you have some built-in equity, and then you're going to put some sweat equity into your property. You know, this is something you really want to think about, because you know, that's where you're going to gain the appreciation. And so, you know, you want to think about like, where are you purchasing your home in the particular neighborhood you're going to live in? What is the highest home going for? What is the mid-range home going for? And what is the lower level home going for? And usually the lower level homes are the homes that have to be remodeled and updated. And those are the type of homes you might want to put some sweat equity into. But then again, maybe you don't have the time to do that type of updating and remodeling. Maybe you just want to purchase your home that has already been updated and remodeled, which today's market, you definitely can find homes like that. There are investors, there are people buying homes, REO sales, maybe not as much REO sales, but there are people buying homes that are selling for, you know, probably 20 to 30% below market value. They are going in and updating the kitchens and bathrooms and then putting it back on the market and probably selling it at the highest or selling it for the most they can get out of a home in that particular market, considering what the sales are in that area. So that is something you might want to think about. Another great thing about home ownership is also the freedom to do what you want with the home. When you're a renter, you really have to do what the landlord asks you to do. Like, for instance, if you wanted to paint your home a certain color, if you wanted to add some warm color tones to your home, you might have to ask your landlord, and they're not always going to allow you to do that. Perfect example is the home I'm in. This is a home I asked the landlord to paint the walls or the interior paint to be a little more warm colors, maybe, earth tones, but he wasn't really buying it. So I totally understand. It's his home, but that is the freedom when you purchase your own home and you have your own home. That's one of the freedoms you have as far as doing whatever you want to your home, adding changes or adding square footage or adding to the exterior. Those are the benefits of being a homeowner. You don't have to answer to anybody basically, and you can make all the improvements you want to your home. So that's another key thing you might want to think about when it comes to home ownership. Something else you might want to think about when it comes to home ownership or before you buy a home and the area you're going to live in is probably how long do you plan to stay in the home? How long do you plan to live there? With today's trends, most people live in their homes on average from about, I want to say, 3 to 6 years, or probably close to 5 to 8 years. So that is something you want to think about when you purchase your home. Do you want to live in this particular area for 5 to 8 years? And what are your goals? In 5 to 8 years, is your home going to appreciate? Considering where you purchase your home right now in the market, if you purchase it at it's one of the highest selling homes in the neighborhood that you're looking at, or is it in the mid range so it has an opportunity to appreciate, or is it on the lower end and it needs some work? But if you put the work into it, is it going to be one of those homes that for similar can sell pretty similar to the highest selling homes in your neighborhood? Once again, this is something to think about, is when your home is comparable to the highest selling homes in the area, you have gained some appreciation most times after 5 to 8 years, and now you can utilize some of the appreciation. If you look at the loan to value ratio, which most times is 80% of the value of your home, you can take a loan out and use it to remodel your home or pay off some of your debt. That's another thing that's great about home ownership, is sometimes you can utilize the appreciation that you gained in your home to pay off some of your bills, or also update your home and bring it up to the condition of some of the highest selling homes in your area, or just fix it up to the level that you want. The amenities that you want, maybe granite countertops if that's something you want. You see some of your neighbors in the area, they have granite countertops, custom cabinets in their kitchen, those really nice pull-out shelves, the higher end stainless steel appliances. And now, if you've been in your home 5 to 8 years and your home has gone up, you can utilize some of the equity that's built into your home and do these remodeling projects that you want to do to your home. So that's another great thing with home ownership that allows you to do that. When you're renting, you really don't get that opportunity to do those type of things. Basically, you're paying the landlord's mortgage, and we covered that already. Another great thing about the equity that you have built up in your home, say your kids are going to college, you can help pay for your kids' college tuition. That's another great thing. Or say maybe you have enough equity in your home where you're going to use some of your equity and go purchase a second home, maybe a cash flowing home, or a second home, maybe a vacation home. You can utilize some of the equity that you have built up in your home and put that into your vacation home. So those are some of the nice things of home ownership once your home is appreciated. Another benefit to home ownership is the tax write-offs. You can write off the interest that you have been paying on your home for the last couple years. Early on in your mortgage note, usually you're paying more interest than you are principal, and the government allows you to write off a bunch of that a bunch of that interest that you're paying into your loan. So that is something you might want to think about. That makes another good reason to be a homeowner, due to the ability to write off some of that interest that you're paying into your mortgage note. Tax deductions is another great reason to be a homeowner. You can write off the interest that you have been paying towards your mortgage note, as well as writing off your property taxes. So these are two great tax benefits that you get for when you're a homeowner. So this is something you probably want to consider, because when you're renting, you don't get these tax deductions, so you're actually paying a lot more in taxes. So that's something you really want to consider. Another great thing when it comes to tax deductions is, say when you sell your home and it has appreciated whatever 50, $100,000 possibly, you actually get capital gains. And when it comes to capital gains, depends on if you qualify for it. I think for the most part, you have up to about $250,000 that you can claim as capital gains and put that back into your next property that you're going to purchase. So you don't have to pay taxes on that capital gains as long as you're going to purchase another property. For those of you who work from home, you may qualify for deductibles due to the fact that you have a home office and you're working out of your home, and all your computer equipment and whatever it takes to run your business from home. You can use that as a tax deductible when it comes to taxes when you're a homeowner. So that's a great benefit also when you're a homeowner. When it comes to home ownership, it's not always the best situation for everybody. But one of the things you probably want to really think about is where the market is today, and the fact that homes are appreciating about 5% on average every year. And also, the interest rates are at historical lows compared to where they were 10 years ago. And they say by the end of 2015, starting into 2016, the interest rates are probably going to go up. So that's another great reason why you might want to consider being a homeowner, because it's a great time to try and lock in a 30-year fixed loan. And also, properties, you still can buy it for a decent price if you do your homework and due diligence. And the second thing being, for instance, if you put down a $10,000 down payment on probably a $200,000 home, which is roughly 5%, um, within 1 to 2 years, you would actually get that money back in appreciation in your home. So that's something you really might want to think about. That's why, depending on what area you live in, what neighborhoods you look in, what part of the country you live in, um, you really want to think about where the market's going in your area and the potential of the appreciation in your area due to where the market is today. I think there's some really good deals still to be found out there. In my day-to-day work, I'm out there looking at different neighborhoods and I actually get to see what homes are being purchased for. You know, don't get me wrong now. There's some homes out there in some areas that are the market has gone back up, and it prices some people out of that particular market. But then again, there are some areas that are being renovated, and people are going in their middle class income homes anywhere from 175 to 250, that people are going in and fixing these neighborhoods up. And maybe this is a neighborhood that you might think about purchasing a home in. And the reason why the median market is such a great market to think about is because not only is it a great market for you to purchase your first home if you're a home buyer, first time home buyer, but also say 3 to 5 years to 8 years, this market will still be a hot market, because there's still going to be tons of first time home buyers that are looking to buy their first home, or maybe investors that are looking to cash flow. So if you're in this market now and you sit on your home and you get some appreciation, I'm sure you're going to be able to sell your home in 5 years. And maybe if it doesn't work out and the market's not as hot as it is today, it's still going to come back around, because real estate cycles, it's like a circle. You know, it goes up and it comes down and then it's going to go back up. So if you're patient and you're in it for, I want to say, the long haul, you're still going to be doing pretty good, and especially where the market is today. But like I always say, you have to do your due diligence and you have to do your homework to make sure you purchase a home in the right market. Something else you might want to consider is with today's loan programs. Um, there's loan programs out there where they actually help you, loan assistance programs. That's something you might want to look into. Also, the FHA loans, where you have to put 3% down. So imagine if you're purchasing a $200,000 home, you have to come up with $6,000 to put down for the down payment, which is it makes sense. It's not too difficult to do that, but there is also programs for the people that can't save that type of money. They have assistant programs where they can help you if you go out there and look for it. There are home assistance programs that helps you with the down payment, and also with the FHA loans that are out there for first time home buyers. So the programs that are out there right now is out there to help people get into homes. The biggest thing right now is qualifying for a loan. I think that's one of the biggest problems out there, trying to qualify for that loan. As far as some people have a lot of college debt that might be holding them back. Some people might have some taxes that they still have to pay or catch up on that might be holding them back. Also, there's a lot of millennials out there that are trying to look at a home and think they can't afford the mortgage payment due to their college loans, which I think that is true, but also you should start to think about um, purchasing a home or looking into it, see if you qualify. How much do you need? These type of things, because once again, like I said, uh, interest rates are at a historical low, and you can get a locked in 30-year fixed loan, which by the time we go into 2016, there might not be these opportunities, or the interest rates might be going up. So that's another great reason why you want to take advantage of these type of things. And another reason that people might be having a hard time qualifying for loans right now is due to their debt. So you definitely want to pay attention to your credit card debt. If you have two cars and how much you owe on those two cars, if you can pay those cars off, or one car, if you have one car loan and you can pay it off, or those type of things. You definitely want to look at your month to month debt, how much credit cards you have, what the balances are, and if you can get that in check, that'll even make it a little bit easier for you to qualify for some of these loans. So buying a home is a reality. I think there's a chance for a lot of people to do it, and the biggest thing out there currently is there's not a lot of people. Um, well, the biggest thing is there's a lot of people renting, so it's kind of a tidal wave of a market. I think a lot of people are gonna end up looking for homes again due to the situation that happened uh, 5 to 7 years ago, where the market crashed and people lost their homes, and they've been renting for the last 5 years. So all these people have had the chance to reestablish their credit, and now they're going to actually start looking for a home again. So, you know, that's going to be an exciting time, because you have all those people, where there's millions of people looking for homes. That's in that bracket. And then also you have the millennials, 18 to 35, all these people that are looking for their first home. So I think the real estate market is a hot market. I think it's one of the best long-term investments there are out there. But like anything else, if you're in stocks or you're in funds, you definitely want to be looking at it for the long term, which is the safest bet. Even though there are opportunities to make uh, some money in the short term, 2 to 5 years. But at the same time, that takes a lot of homework and due diligence to find deals like that, where you're gonna find a home and your home's gonna appreciate in 2 to 3 years, and you're gonna get a lot of equity out of it. Sometimes, if you're looking at that as the way to do it, it's probably not the best way to look at it, and more so looking at purchasing a home and being a longer investment, 5 to 8 years. I think you have a better chance of um, enjoying the appreciation and getting the equity out of that situation. So, with this vlog, the biggest thing for me is I want to share some of my experiences out there. Every week we're going to be talking about something different. Bear with me. This is something new for me. Um, But the biggest thing is why I'm doing it is because I want to share my experiences. I want to help some of those people out there that really don't have anybody to guide them as far as what to look for, when you're first purchasing your first home, or the different type of homes you can talk to. I think one of my next topics will be talking about is the different type of homes you can purchase as a homeowner, from a duplex to a condo, a bungalow home or a ranch home, or buying home that's on acreage, all these different scenarios, or living in the city where you're living in a loft, or I think these are all interesting topics. I don't think there's really too much out there to guide you and help you understand all the different type of homes or situations you need to look out for when you're going to purchase your first home. So that's why I'm doing this vlog. I want to share my experience with you, so maybe you don't make some of the same mistakes I made, or you're just more informative. You have a little bit more knowledge, and knowledge is power. When you understand what you're getting yourself into, you're going to feel more comfortable going out there looking for your first home. And that's one of the biggest things I think with my vlog here, and why I'm going to enjoy doing this, is because I get to share this with you. And not only that, being that I'm a real estate appraiser, I get to share some of the stories, my day-to-day stories with you that I actually go through and what I see out there. I think there's so much to talk about when it comes to real estate, and I'm really excited about having these conversations with you, sharing with you what I'm going through. And also with my vlog here, I have some goals coming up here in the near future. I want to be able to share my vlog with maybe some private investors and go out there and get some private money, and possibly purchase a few homes, investment properties, and see if we can fix it up, turn it around, and put it back on the market. But these are long-term goals that I have coming up in the next couple of years. I think my vlog's gonna show people the experience I have, and I'm gonna be able to share with you some of my experiences, and hopefully you can learn from this. You can take this out there, and you're gonna have the knowledge of what not to do, and you're actually gonna have the knowledge of what to do, and all the different things you want to look at when it comes to real estate. So with that being said, my next vlog will be on the different types of homes that you can purchase, the different type of properties. And bear with me, like I said, this is kind of new for me, so my speaking in front of the camera and talking about these topics, I'm not the best at it, but I'm working on it, and I think I'll get better. And I hope you keep coming back and joining me and listening to some of these topics, and hope, like I said, hopefully you get something out of it. And that's my main goal. Why I'm doing it is because I want you to get something out of it. I want you to learn, because when I was going out and purchasing my first home, and I had to go get my first mortgage, and I had to get my insurance, I didn't understand any of this. Actually, I was walking into it blind, and I was just like, okay, oh, this is what I gotta do, and never really had too much knowledge about it. For me, I didn't have somebody explaining all these different things to me, and that's why I'm doing this vlog, so I can share with you, all these different things that you have to deal with when you're going to be a homeowner. Obviously there's those real estate shows out there that tell you all about how much money you can make, but I don't think there's too much guys out there talking about all the day-to-day stuff and all the intricate parts, as far as getting a home inspector, finding the right mortgage guy that's going to help you and work for you, or find the right real estate agent that's going to work with you, and what you need to look for. And also really talking about how do you go out there and find the right home for you and your family. So that's what we're going to do here. We're going to talk about all these topics. I'm looking forward to talking to you every week. Sometimes that's one thing I wanted to add too, is sometimes I get so busy with work, so it takes me a few weeks to get back to this. But now I've got my technology kind of set up here perfectly. I think I'm ready to do this consistently every week. So that's one of the biggest problems, is trying to figure out my technology to make this happen. So now I think, I got it together right here. And like I said, at the end of the day, bear with me. I think we're gonna have fun talking about all the different things, and hopefully at the end of the day, you get something out of this that you're gonna take with you, and when you go buy your first home or go buy some real estate, excuse me, that you have the knowledge and the power, that so you can make the right decisions. And one thing you want to remember when you go out and purchase your home, it's probably one of the biggest investments you make in your lifetime, so you definitely want to know what you're doing. So I'm going to end it on that. thank you for coming and listening to me. Um, and as we move into the future, I plan to get better at this stuff. And so, thank you. And you guys have a great day out there. Once again, this is Julius, the real estate guy. You guys have a great day. Christmas is coming up, and I hope you guys are getting ready for that. It's getting cold outside, so make sure you guys bundle up and stay warm. And same time next week, I'll catch up with you guys then. All right, you guys have a good day.